There was a small neighborhood in the Philippines, somewhere in the quiet outskirts where the noise of jeepneys blended with the laughter of children playing barefoot in the streets. The houses were close to each other, built with whatever wood, tin, and cement people could gather through years of effort, and life moved slowly there, with simplicity and struggle woven together. In one of those houses lived a young Filipino boy named Adrian. His family did not have much. His father repaired bicycles for a small income, and his mother sold vegetables in the local market, but their home overflowed with love, faith, and the sound of music. Music was not just entertainment for them, it was something sacred, something that made their hearts feel light even in heavy days. And for Adrian, music was like breathing. He would wake up to it, fall asleep to it, and carry it inside his soul as if he was born with a song already written within him. From the time he was a child, he felt drawn to melodies in a way that was unexplainable. When other children shouted and ran in the streets, he listened. He listened to the wind passing through banana leaves, to the hum of distant radios playing old songs, to the echoes of church choirs on Sunday mornings. And most of all, he listened to the worn-out guitar his father kept, a guitar that was older than even his parents' marriage. The wood was chipped, the strings weren't proper, and the sound was sometimes out of tune, but to Adrian, it was the most beautiful instrument in the world. He learned to play by watching, by observing how his father's fingers moved, by feeling the vibration of the strings through his small hands. He was not taught the traditional way. There were no lessons, no music classes, no sheet music. There was only heart, ear, instinct, and love. His mother used to say, "Dios ang nagbigay ng boses mo, anak. Hawag mong kalimutan iyan. God gave you your voice, my child. Never forget that." He carried those words like prayer beads in his heart. But life in their neighborhood was not always easy. There were days when meals were simple, sometimes just rice with salt or fried egg shared among several plates. There were months when his father's bicycle repair shop earned very little because people had no money to fix anything. Sometimes the rain flooded their home and they would have to lift everything onto higher shelves and hope the water wouldn't take everything away. There were nights his parents sat quietly, thinking he didn't notice the worry on their faces, but Adrian always saw. He was young, yet he understood the weight of life. And in those moments, instead of crying or fearing, he sang. He sang to comfort them. He sang to make the house feel warm again. He sang to remind them all that even in darkness, beauty can exist. Among all the songs he learned, there was one that felt different, deeper, like it had been whispering to him even before he heard it. The song was "Hotel California" by the Eagles. He first heard it through an old karaoke machine at a neighbor's birthday party. The guitar intro hit him like a memory he could not describe. Something about the haunting melody, the mystery in the chords, the way the voice carried stories in every line, it moved something in his soul. Even though the lyrics were in English and he didn't understand every word at first, the feeling was complete. Music has a language older than speech, and Adrian understood it fluently. From that day, Hotel California became his devotion. He practiced the guitar part for hours each evening. His fingers hurt, blistered, and even bled at times, but he kept going. He would sing softly while neighbors cooked dinner or hung clothes outside, and many would stop to listen. They would nod to each other, knowingly, whispering, "Iba ang batang ito." This child is different, not just talented, but chosen. The kind of voice that touches people without trying. Even though Adrian loved singing deeply, he never imagined stages, lights, or fame. Dreaming felt too expensive for someone like him. His goal was simple: make his parents proud. Make them smile. Give them peace. But life has a way of opening doors at the exact moment we are ready to walk through them, even when we don't know we are ready. One day, a family friend who filmed Adrian singing at a small school event uploaded his performance to social media. The video showed him standing in slippers, holding a guitar almost too big for him, singing the first lines of Hotel California with a voice so soulful, so unbelievably rich for a child, that people were stunned. Days passed, then weeks, and little by little, the views grew. Comments came from strangers, Filipinos from different islands, from abroad, from places Adrian had only heard of. They wrote about how his voice reminded them of home, of their childhood, of love, of heartbreak, of dreams they had lost. They wrote that his voice made them cry. They wrote that he must share this gift with the world. One message came that changed everything. You should audition for America's Got Talent. At first, the idea felt like fantasy. How could a boy from their neighborhood, with no money, no connections, no travel experience, go to America? But the world works in mysterious ways. People who saw his video began offering support. A group of overseas Filipino workers raised money. A music teacher he had never met before offered to help with preparations. His school principal wrote letters of support to help with documents. And slowly, what once seemed impossible began to feel real. The night before he flew to America was quiet. The neighborhood gathered outside his house, all sitting together, talking softly, eating simple food, sharing stories. Everyone prayed for him. Some cried without explaining why. They were not sad, they were witnessing hope being lifted into the sky. His mother hugged him tightly that night, her tears soaking into his shoulder. His father placed the old guitar in his hands and said, "No matter what happens, always sing from your heart." And he promised. He promised he would carry them with him, every sacrifice, every struggle, every joy. He promised he would not just sing, he would feel. He promised he would give everything he had, and everything he was. Because this wasn't just about singing a song. This was about telling the world who he was. This was about stepping into destiny.